Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to this lesson. Lesson number 19. We are still in Medinah book 2 and we are continuing with grammatic concepts and some of the issues are continuing. So let's have a look at this conversation and take out some few facts here. Omarun says, أرجو أن تشتري لي هذا الكتاب من الهند عندما تذهب إلى هناك في عطلة الصيف. إنه بلغة الأردية وما وجدته في المكتبات هنا. I hope that you buy for me this book from India when you go there in summer holiday. Indeed, it's in Urdu language, and I'm not finding it in libraries here. And you say, أنا آسف إني لن أذهب إلى الهند في عطلة الصيف. أريد أن أذهب إلى بغداد لأزور خالي الذي يعمل في سفارة الهند هناك. I'm sorry, indeed, I'm not going to India this summer holiday. I want to go to Baghdad to visit my uncle who is working at the Indian embassy there. أمر وإخوتك ألا يذهبون إلى الهند? And your brothers, are they not going to India? نعم هم أيضا لن يذهبوا هذا العام. يريدون أن يبقى بالمدينة المنورة ليحفظوا القرآن الكريم. Yes, they are not going this year. They want to stay in Medina Munawara for memorization of the Quran Karim. Want to memorize the Holy Quran. وأخواتك and your sisters هن أيضا لن يذهبن إلى الهند في هذه العطلة. يريدن أن يذهبن إلى مكة أو لا ليتمرن ويبقين هناك شهر عند خالتنا ثم سيذهبن إلى رياض لزيارة عمان الذي يعمل في أحد المصارف هناك. Okay, and he says them also they are not going to India this holiday. They want to go to Mecca and for the Hajj, not Hajj, for the pilgrim. There's that pilgrim that goes in Mecca, but that is not the Hajj. It's a pilgrim to Mecca and remain there this month. Remain there and remain there a month in the Halatna. We can say it. There's our auntie, yes, Halatina, our auntie in this case. Then they will go to Riyadh to visit our uncle who is working in one of the banks there. Okay. أتعرف أحدا من طلاب الحدود يذهب إلى الهند في هذه العطلة. سمعت عن طالبا هنديا اسمه خالد سيذهب إلى الهند قريبا. Do you know anyone, one of the students of one of the Indian students who is going to India this holiday? I heard uh, that a student from India, his name is Khalid, is going to India very soon. نعم أنا عارفه. هو سيذهب في أسبوع المقبل ولكنه لن يرجع. Yes, I know him. He's going in the next week, but he's not coming back. لما؟ Why? لأنه مريض وسيبقى في الهند للعلاج. أتعرف جعفرا؟ أتعرف جعفرا؟ Okay. Because he's sick and he will remain in India for medication. I know Jafar. نعم عارفه. So he say, do you know Jafar? نعم عارفه. لكنه من باكستان. Yes, he's from Pakistan. يمكنه أن يشتري هذا الكتاب من باكستان. فإن الكتاب الورودية فإن الكتب الورودية موجودة في هند وباكستان. It is possible that he buys this book from Pakistan. Indeed, the books in Urdu that are present in Urdu, that are in Urdu or in Urdu, are present in India and Pakistan. أشكرك يا أيوب جزاك الله خيرا. سأذهب إليه الآن وأقول له السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. And thank you so much, Uyub. May Allah reward you with goodness. I will go to him now and say to him, Assalamu alaikum. Peace be you. And Ayub says, Wa alaikum salam. Fi amanillah. And may Allah protect you in the protection of Allah. Okay. This was the conversation between Ayub and Umarun. This conversation is bringing us to attention of some very critical factors that we grammatical concepts that we are going to learn, inshallah, in this lesson. Let's have a look at some of the things that we have been introduced here and some of the things that we already know. Arju, I hope, antashira, tashtari, antashtari. This word antashtari, we know from the word tashara. Let's take a look at this word. Tashara is this word is a verb and it's now mansubun. Why? Because we could add that nasbin an. So here it says antashtara. This is mansubun already. Okay, we will look at this this concept because in previous lessons we've been looking at particle of nasbin, and an is also particle of nasbin. Today we are also going to look at some other particles that makes the verb mansubun, fi'al mudari mansubun. Let's look at this particle lan. We've already spoken about lan, it negates something that is going to happen in future. So lan adhaba, and it makes the verb itself fi'l mudari mansubun. So lan is used when the event that we are referring is not happening now, but it's happening in future. That's why here we see the conversation pushes us to something that is not happening now. How do we know that? Because they are talking of utlat saif, or here they're also talking of utlat saif, which is an upcoming summer holiday. So it's not happening, but it's an event that is in time that is going to come. So lan is used when we want to negate any event of the future. So the difference between an and lan is an can be used for present tense, negating present tense, fi'l mudari only, but which can mean something that is happening now. But when we want to negate something that is in future, for I'm not going tomorrow, so you can say lan adhaba khadan, I'm not going tomorrow. I'm specifying that the time is not now, but the time is in future. So we use lan in negation. Okay, let's look at some of the things that may be of interest. We can also, as you can see in this case, okay, I see it. In this case, you see lan, how lan has been used in negating with different numbers. Here we have lan yadhabu. Yadhabu here is fi'al mudari'u, but in this case, we now call fi'al mudari'u bihadif nun. And this fi'al mudari'u is mansubun. Why mansubun? Because particle lan adat nasbin mustaqbal. It negates something for the future. And in this case, it's referring to whom. This group of people are not going in future. And they say are not going this year. So this year, in this sense, we may take it as referring to this summer holiday. So they say lan yadhabu. So the concept is the same when we negate with an yadhabu, but the difference is in meaning or context of what we are talking about. In this case, we are talking of, say, in negating a future event. For example, let's look here at how an is being used here. An yabqa. Yabqa in this case is fi'al madi, is fi'al mudari'u, fi'al mudari'u mansubun bihadif nun. We removed the nun here. If I ask you why, is then why did we remove nun? Is because nun, if we put nun here, it becomes marfu'un. Yabqun, it becomes marfu'un. So in this case, it doesn't make sense because we do have here a particle nasb, which turns the fi'al mudari'u from marfu'un into mansubun. So we drop the nun rafa. Okay. Let's also look at how lan has been used for hunna. This is, we are referring to hunna now. So say hunna aidan lan yadhabna. Lan yadhabna. Take note of this na, but let me take you back. We said whenever we are dealing with the hunna, we say it's mabniyun. So no matter what you are going to put before this, as long as you are referring to hunna, it's always mabniyun. Mabniyun ala fath. So whether there was no land, or there was land, or there was an, like in this case, we still remain with mabniyun. So huna, always mabniyun. Okay, so take note of the differences in because even if it was marfu'un, if there was no an here, we can still find yadhabna still mabniyun. So you have to understand the context where huna is used, so that you can tell if it is marfu'un, mansubun, mumajzumun, because it doesn't change, it remains the same. So in this case, because we now know that lan is a particle nasbin mustaqbal, we know that this one is referring to the future. Okay. Let's also take a look at what can we see here? I want to also bring this to your attention. Let me bring this to your attention. This concept, sayadhabu, sayadhabna. Here we do have a particle sin, which is attached to the verb. Whenever we see the particle, this sin attached to a fi'l mudari, in most cases, in all cases, if not all cases, only comes in fi'l mudari, because this particle is harf mustaqbal. Mustaqbal means future. It's a particle of the future. So we say it's harf mustaqbal and can only be used for events of the future. So in this sense, let's take the meaning of what this sentence is saying. Thumma sayadhabna ila Riyadh. So it means after that, this particle thumma is directing that this event is coming after. Then sayadhabna ila Riyadh, and they will go. So this thing is the will. You can say will as particle will in English. So we say will go. This is how the meaning of sin. And this will is telling us that he's going now, in some future, near future. We will also learn about another particle that can replace is saufa. 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 We will learn about this particle, inshallah. It's also a particle of mustaqbal. So it's now a word that say will. You might see in some cases saufa. We will learn about the difference between saufa and sin, this particle harf sin. Okay. Let's look at if we can have something else. أتعرف أحدا من طلاب هنود. Okay, هنود, this is plural for al-Hind, al-Hunud for plural for Indians. Okay. Samiyat Sayadhab, as you can see, Khalid Sayadhab means he will. Khalidin will go to India soon, Kariba. Sayadhab. So take note of Sayadhab. And okay, what other particle, what other are we going to? Some of the concepts we will learn in the next lesson, but for now, I think for what we've seen here, we have already exhausted almost all the concepts that we find. Some of the concepts we will learn them, inshallah, in the next lesson as we look at these exercises. I urge you to, before you come to the next lesson, to go through these two exercises as we always do in all our lessons. We go through this Ajib an As'ila al-Atiya and Sahih Mimaya. I want you to go through all these two. The answers are definitely in the passage that we've read. So I give you that one as homework. May you please have a look at that. Inshallah, if we have any issues, you can use the dictionary if you don't understand any one of the words that is being highlighted here. But inshallah, these are very simple and we've already done this, and we understand how we answer these questions. They are very easy. Okay, so let's meet in the next lesson as we look in deeper and look at some of the questions that can come and how you can actually in your daily conversation apply learn and harf sin and other particles that we've already learned previously. So we are going to do the practical test, the learning in the next lesson, inshallah. For now, thank you for coming, and I will see you in the next class. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.